Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 2 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a Pt2 program. This way I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this. Well, I'm sure as hell. The television.
Thing is, how could he have heard of television if there was a blackout going on during that time?
And we have...
It's impossible that television will work because of the blackout. So there's another contradiction.
Objection!
Hold it right there! The prosecution not said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! I will irk!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Salwitz?
No, I find it hard to... I find it quite puzzling myself, wait, I remember now.
Mr. Salwitz, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Salwitz. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Mr. Stowell looks pretty distraught. A little nervous.
Actually, I didn't hear the time I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the mirror. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Yeah.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Oh yeah, now here we hear the Allegro version of the cross-examination theme. So he heard it was a table clock, and he states that the table clock was the victim's, killing.
The Electro's usually like a more upbeat version of the original tune.
And you know,
I guess to show the increased tension of the witness.
well, if we look at the murder weapon here, it's a statue. So I don't know.
Not a clock.
I don't know about it being a clock.
I mean, anything it's a clock that hit the murder, that was the murder weapon, but this is clearly not a clock. Statue.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? Now we hear the best song ever. Pursuit. Your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solomon. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a crop. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Of course.
Your Honor,
There's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove it I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intrigue, please consider.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solvent, the sound must have left quite an impression on you.
Already 23 minutes.
Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
I guess the full episode will be in this video then.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Base? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
I never. Look, Rook, the croc. I saw.
The toupee?
Shut up! I hate you. It was him. I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he said, "Bud, give him this."
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, at a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright?
Your Honor,
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
the whole case is running on this. I really think, yes, Your Honor. The sound that Mr. Solid heard was definitely this clock. The fact, which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock here in this court. Now, Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Heck! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Solid heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Solid, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! 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 You forgot what team. What's he talking about? While it may seem like the clock is running 20 hours slow, it proves nothing. I do know it's running 2 hours slow on the day of the murder. If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, sir.
This means I cannot let you take the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Solid.
I come all the way down to your to testify and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You royals are all slime. Here, I almost had it. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Solid. Chief. It's not right. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time downing the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right, Mr. Wright? Or Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be slow? Of course we can. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have the evidence that can prove it's right. Find it and let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you said the clock was already running 3 hours, running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ah, tough words. Let's see if you can pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Well, you can present the passport because she was in Paris. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her head dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you? Mr. Saw it, or should I say, Mr. Did it?
He just hyperventilated and collapsed.
He has rabies.
Order, I say.
How did he get raped? He was like,
Well,
how did he get in the courtroom?
this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client.
He was taken away, Your Honor. Very well.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say I'm impressed.
I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find that you're competent at the same time. Thank you. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant Mr. Larry Butts not guilty. Yay, confetti! Seriously, where is this confetti coming from?
The audience.
And with that, the court is adjourned.
Well, where are they getting confetti then? Is it like in their seats or something? It turns out Frank Saw was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw let himself do the dirty work. But while he was searching for her, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. And,
The premise the motive was the fact that he was doing it because Cindy Stone found him stealing.
Ooh, I still can't believe we won. Right. Great job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about it. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. Case closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a son of... No, I mean, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Of course. Why would Harry Butts be guilty of anything? They're just Harry Butts. Thanks.
Yeah.
I really owe you. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner. Movie. My tree. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey. Here, take this. Take this! A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really, you made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memory. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry, are you so sure? Squeeze me. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I mean, this ugly thing. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go. Let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, dinner, on me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Well, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. Or, like, today. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay me, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
But that promise, what he means is gonna be the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
So we'll see you in the next part of Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix
Wright Ace Attorney.
Turnabout
Is
Sisters.
the next episode. Well, I'll see you until then. Oh man, this video is gonna be split into two.
17 minutes.
So I'll see you in the next part of Phoenix Wright and Ace Attorney.
We'll see what more voices he can come up with.
Once again, I probably won't be doing females. Probably not. Well, except for one.
We'll see. We will
One
see.
of them I will, just because I want to make fun of her. Only one.